Hey, what's up everybody? B-Hub here. Today was a pretty cool day. Plarium came out with a forum on the website, and basically it's a Q&A kind of forum. They took what are some frequently asked questions by the community, or really frequently requested upgrades to the game from the community, and they brought them in front of the game developers. And they said, hey, where are you at on this? What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? What are your plans for the future? Are you even considering this? And they gave responses. Now, the way that I'm going to go through this today is there's 18 questions. And basically, to kind of sum it up, 16 of the answers were something along the lines of like, yeah, we're thinking about it. And we will, we're considering trying to figure out how to do that. So that was a lot of their response. A couple of them are like definitely yes, that's coming, and two of them are just outright no's. No, those aren't going to happen. But one of them has a little twist because they're going to give some kind of alternative in the future. So here's what I'm going to do to try and make this as quick and painless as possible is I'm going to go through the ones at first that I think are less important, and we're going to try and breeze through those really quick, and then we're going to spend more time on the ones kind of later on in the video that I think are significantly more important. They are upgrades that need to happen that will definitely improve the quality of Raid Shadow Legends. So let's hop into it. Alright, so let's start with suggestion number 5, reset bonuses in Great Hall. Now this is the one that they said no to, but they put a little smiley face here at the end to help make you feel better about the no. But I actually agree with this one. I don't think that this is needed. This just doesn't strike me as something that the game is really hurting for or dying for in the moment. And so I'm with them on this one. I don't think this is incredibly important for the moment. Suggestion number 5, improve market, add more valuable resources. They said they're going to think about it. So we'll see what that means in the future. I don't think that this one is super important either. I think it would be nice. I think it would, add a little something to the game, but it isn't what the game needs right now. And that's really the way that I'm ranking these is what does the game need right this moment? So I think this would be nice, but I don't think it's what the game absolutely needs. So bring in Arena Revenge, which is basically if somebody beats you in Arena, you can go back and fight their team. And here's my thing. Arena needs a lot of rework. It needs some stuff to happen to it. It needs to be more competitive. It needs to have better rewards and all those different kind of things. But I don't think that this is the rework that we desperately need. I don't think if you added in a revenge to the arena that it would make the arena more fun, more rewarding, more difficult, none of those things. So I don't think that this is what arena needs right now. I think it would be a nice thing to add eventually, but they need to rework and make arena actually worth fighting in and competitive first. Alright, so let's go to number 10. Set a limit to summoning duplicate champions. For this one, this is how every single gacha game is. I mean, we know what we're in for. You're going to summon duplicate champions sometimes, and they straight up said, this is something that we're not going to interfere in. This is the other one they said no to, but they said, we do have some excellent ideas for utilizing your duplicates. And if they do that, hear me, if they do that, if they make your duplicates able to be utilized better, I think that's a good compromise for that because, I mean, they already said no. They're not going to come in and do that, and I'm fine with that. Suggestion 11, add 5 more levels to the Minotaur dungeon. And he said this is not in our plans, however, they will make some changes. I'm interested to see what the changes that they're going to make are to the Minotaur, but here's my thing about requests like this. It basically, the way that it reads to me, and you can comment below and tell me what you think, but the way that it reads to me is this: make the grindy game less grindy. And to me that kind of if you took all of the difficulty and stuff out of this game, the time that you have to invest in building up your heroes and running them through the Minotaur and ascending them and all that different kind of stuff, if you took all of the time that it took to do that out of the game, you're now left with a pretty dull game because you're going to be sitting up at the top and you're going to be like, what is there to do today in this game? I don't have anything to really strive for because I've already done it all. And then you're going to be mad at the developers because they haven't put out new content quick enough because they made their content currently too easy to already obtain. So I'm not for this one. I don't think that they should. I mean, if they add something to Minotaur, they need to rework it, which they said that they're going to do, so we'll see. And then 16, which is implement push notifications for clan leaders whenever people leave the clan or whenever they're joining. And they said, we will make this happen, which is good. I think they should make that happen. but I don't think that's one of the things that the game is like dying for right now. So those are my like lower tier ones. Now let's start talking about some of the stuff that I really think the game needs to work on. Alright, so up next are a lot of like the quality of life improvements that I think would make the game a lot easier to navigate, easier to run through, more user friendly, but still not my top tier on the list. But let's get through these real quick. Suggestion 1, expand artifact storage and implement a more convenient filtering system. I think that's good. I'm worried more about a convenient filtering system. I think that would be incredibly helpful. It would help me find the gear that I need, the heroes that are wearing the gear, and help me make my builds and plan accordingly significantly easier. I think that would be a great quality of life upgrade. You should definitely implement that. Suggestion number 3, provide more available runs in the multi-battle feature. Yes, I think you should definitely do that as well. I think that's needed, especially because for a free-to-play player, you only get 15 runs a day. I think that's a really low number. I think they really need to amp that up and try and like make that an actual point. Like, hey, come play our game. Look at this feature that we have. I think they should do that. Suggestion 4, make the tavern more convenient for navigation. Yes, please, because it is just... Man, it takes forever to do a lot of stuff in the tavern. I have to constantly scroll up, down, up, down, up, down. So that quality of life improvement, I think, would definitely be a very helpful one. Number 6 is make the destroy artifact confirmation window. Yeah, why was that even a thing? Why was it ever an idea that you can click destroy and just wreck an item without ever confirming that that's what you meant to press? To me, that is ridiculous. I've destroyed an artifact with that, and still salty about it now. But yeah, make that. Please make that happen. That should be an absolute no-brainer. That definitely needs to be in the game, like as soon as possible. 15, improve the vault, extend it, and bring the vault into the pre-battle window. Yes, I think all of that needs to be reworked. If you're going to keep coming out with new champions, you need to increase our vault space so we have somewhere to put those champions. As well, obviously, I would love to be able to see things in my vault, like what my heroes actually do, and an easier way to see what kind of gear that they're wearing, because it doesn't always work every single time. I have to go in and out. And a pre-battle window one would be really cool as well, to be able to pull something out of the vault if I have room. I'm fine with that too, but I definitely think that that's an improvement that needs to happen. And then show damage to this clan boss in real time. I think that one's really good as well. They said already in the plans. I think that could really help just the quality of life of the game to kind of know where you're at, how much damage you're dealing, how much damage has been done. Yep, those are all really great quality of life improvements. Alright, so let's move on to the things that I think this game really, really needs right now. So suggestion 2, improve the arena chest rewards. And really also suggestion 8, do something about the speed meta in the arena. The arena needs a huge rework. Right now, I don't use any heroes that are specifically geared towards arena. Every arena hero that I use, they're all geared and masteried for other areas because of how uncompetitive PvP is right now. You have an entire area of your game that you could have people where they need to focus on. They need to bring up heroes to focus on. They need masteries for that, and they need gear for that. But right now, that just isn't the case. There's so much potential there, and we're just not seeing it right now. And they say that they're working on that, and I hope that they do. We'll see what happens. The arena rewards definitely need to improve. It needs to probably be more than just one thing every week. And right now, the rewards are very weak. But I would love to see something like some kind of currency that I could use that's more than just the Great Hall, a real reason to continue to stay into this fight. Now for number 8, do something about the speed meta on the arena. There are things that you can do, and I hope that they work on implementing some things that will help make viable teams that are not 100% speed based. But there is really no denying that speed will always be at the top of the meta, or in whatever shape, form, or capacity. It's like that in every single game because going first does give you an advantage. So there's only so much that they can do about this, but there definitely is something that they can do about it, and they need to do something to make that more competitive. That's a really big part that I think this game absolutely needs. I think if they want to improve this game, get more people, and keep people, then they need to have this as a competitive, real part of the game. Alright, so next is going to be suggestion number 12. Consider granting Clan Boss ability to hit through block damage and unkillable. Whatever they do with this, they need to do something, because those comps are insane. People have basically broke the game, right? Like when you can go in and when you stop dealing Clan Boss damage is when you just say, okay, leave battle. Yeah, you've now broken the game, and you need to do something about that as a developer. So they do need to fix that. That is something that will be helpful to them, and do that. Number 14 is extend the daily logins reward program. That is definitely something that they need to do as well. Come on, devs, you got to do something with this. You need to have something that makes people want to actually log in and keep logging in every single day. Definitely do this. You want people to be able to come back and continue to play the game, and give them something to look forward to every single day. And then suggestion 18 is the other one, which is rebalance faction war stages. For this one, it isn't just faction wars. Yes, that needs to be rebalanced, but so does Spider 20, and probably Ice Golem, and probably Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. Like you need to work on making these things balanced and giving people a better opportunity at actually participating in them. Something like Ice Golem, which is like one of the early on stages, it shouldn't be as hard as it is for the gear that it drops. Like that needs to be a little bit easier. And Spider 20 just needs to actually be beatable without very specific, crazy, impressive heroes or an army of Cold Hearts and Royal Guards. You need to be able to have somebody beat it without having to win the lottery and pull very specific heroes. And Faction Wars is, I mean, it's pretty darn hard. I mean, I'm on stage like 16 with like a couple of factions, maybe two. I think two or three factions I've made it that far with. But man, and going past that is insane. So I think they definitely need to rebalance that and work on that. Those are things that they absolutely need to do. So here's what I think overall about all of this. I think, and Plarium, if you ever watch this, and I know that you guys see some of this stuff because you comment on my videos from time to time, but I think if you're going to put out a Q&A list of all of these things, and on like 15 of the 18, you're going to say, yeah, we're thinking about it. I think if you want to keep the trust of your community, you need to do something, and you need to make it the changes that really, really matter. You need to do something about the gameplay state of the actual game, and work on that stuff, then work on your quality of life stuff, and then get to some of these other stuff later. But I mean, you got to do something. If you're saying, hey, we hear you, and you do nothing, well, then that's not a good look. Now, here's the good news, because I'm not just a significantly negative person. I like to see the positive in a lot of things. And I will say this, since I started playing the game has got better. They have improved it. They have added a lot of new things. They're coming out with new stuff frequently. They're trying. I commend them from that. I don't plan on quitting Raid anytime soon. I still really, really enjoy this game. But I do think that they really need to focus on which part of the game that they actually need to upgrade and make better. So yes, those are really my takes and my thoughts on all of this. If you think anything different, let me know below, and let's continue to talk about it. Maybe you can, help persuade me to something else, and we can, make a video on it if something needs to be improved even more than some of these things. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit like, hit subscribe, all that cool stuff. Until next time, peace out.